Hello again guys, right, a video with a difference. We're talking about compounding on Twitter today, and I find it an invaluable tool to learning to trade, to be honest with you, because it forces discipline, it gives you encouragement when you're feeling down, and I'll explain why in a moment. But first off, as you can see, this is a spreadsheet. Apologies for my very old version of Excel here, but I don't see the need to update things if you waste time learning new stuff when you don't need to. So compounding good, you can download it from the link on Twitter, Best Forex Method, and I'm a bit rusty with this, so bear with me while I try and remember what to do to set it up how I like it. So first off, it's got too many decimal places, so you need to change your decimal places to 2 in my opinion. So just highlight by dragging your mouse over, find format cells. Yours obviously might be a different version of Excel, as I say, so you might have to hunt around for this. Exactly why I don't keep changing mine and updating. So we're down to 2 decimal places now. You also have to do this column here. You don't want to do it on percent risk, it buggers everything up, excuse my French. Same here, format cells and 2 decimal places, currency 2, okay. Then spread them out a bit because it looks a bit messy. Let's change this so we don't have all these zeros. So suppose you have £100 that, or $100 should I say, that you want to risk. Everything else automates itself. So there you are, you're risking 1%, you make 50p. Pound, well, you make 50p again and 51p, and so it makes sense there. Let's up this to 20% because you know, let's say in an imaginary world you have £1,000 and you want to risk 2%. It's the same as £100 at 20%. Okay, I prefer to keep my money out of the brokers and use a slightly higher percentage or a higher leverage. Makes sense to me. Why would I want to risk money in a broker that could go bust tomorrow or have a margin call or whatever, for whatever reason, a catastrophic event that meant your stops weren't respected, which does happen and has happened. So anyway, off topic slightly. So let's say you want to work out on a weekly basis what your gain is. Let's just do a few things while I remember these. I've practiced doing these calculations on here. So there's 20 days in a month. So disregarding that first column there rather, we want to go to 21 and fill in that as a colour so I know where my months are. End of the month, nice and bright green. Then we could do that for the weekly, so 6. This is how I just like my thing set up. So 11 and 17, or is it 16? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Apologies if that makes you laugh. Right. So let's work out our weekly gain. We've made £10 in the first, yeah, it is pounds, isn't it? £10 in the first trade. So let's add those all up. See if I can remember how to do this. And that is wrong, I think. So we'll undo that, we go over here. Oh, I can't undo that. Why can't I undo that? I told you I was rusty. This is nice, so let's try again. Sum of that week. And enter. There you go. So that's your calculations for the week's profit. So then you can just copy and paste, and it will do it for every week. copy, paste, get the spacing right, and oh, for some reason I've undone that, so 16, fill that in again. There's a bucket over here, sorry, it's off shot, so colour fill, and let's copy that calculation again then, put that in that one, and then put that in that one. So that's what I meant about the inspirational side of this. You know, you can turn £100 by risking 20% into 60 or £161 by the end of the week. £61 profit. Following week you're 90, following week you're 158, all of a sudden 255, and for some people that could be a perfectly good income depending on where you live in the world. But alternatively it could be a perfectly good part-time income if you're in the UK or wherever. So that's how to set up that spreadsheet. There's all sorts of other sums you could do. You could add the total of the 4 weeks here, I suppose. Let's see if I can do this without making a mistake. So sum of the month in that box there, and then we just add up these columns, and then we hit enter.
Quarantine for 14 days. Oops. When you get back, and these things can happen.
And that didn't work. Why didn't that work? Try again, give it one last go, or give up. Sum, excuse me. There you go. Don't know what happened before, but 61, 170, or 160, 300, 200, 310, 570. Yeah, so that's good. So that's how you set that up. Apologies for the mistakes there. So there's your free compounding. So, you know, if you need, you could do it another way. You could say, right, I need to earn £100 in the first week or whatever. So you increase your or you can increase your percentage, 25. That increases everything nearly. Let's go to 30. At this stage, if you have a losing trade, you could probably end up blowing your account. You can also, I've added columns like how many pips my risk are and stuff like that, so it gives me all the different values. You can do all sorts of calculations with these. So you know, reduce your risk, increase your initial investment. Let's say you're prepared to risk 500, and the beauty about this, it then allows you to practice how you would like to trade with your very first live account to the penny, as it were, and you can then have a really solid mental plan. And I think that's what this is about, mental, because if you have a bad week or whatever, you can go back to your spreadsheet and you can say, right, I've messed that up because of this reason. I'm going to risk, I'm going to half my amount of risk because I made a complete balls up of it. Sorry, I couldn't think of a better expression. And you know, you can really start to hone your trading plan using your money management, if you like. So, you know, if you've got, I don't know, you might have 25 grand in the bank, so and you're prepared to risk 1%, so you can put 2,500 into your account and risk 10%, and that's exactly the same thing. So you're not risking any more than your you know, your safe risk management of your capital is, but you're not placing too much money with your broker, which, as I said at the start of this, is probably quite a worthwhile thing to think about at first until you get a good relationship with your broker. So please don't ask me any questions about brokers and stuff like that, because I'm all about technical trading, and that's it. Nothing financial at all, please, guys. So there you are, free spreadsheet. How I use it, very important in my opinion at the start of this journey. Because it's a I don't know, it's what's the word, encouraging. It's encouragement. If you have a down day and you think, I've got, you must trade until your eyes bleed on demo account. And really and truthfully, if you can't do something like this and start to realize how the importance of the growth, the growth of the account. So where's month 2? 41. Fill that in green. And then 61. So in 3 months, technically, if you should be able to turn 200 quid into 3,700. Now I know that is, everyone will say it's impossible. It's actually not impossible, because you just need to trade one method, and I suggest you do this as well. Open one demo account for one trading system and trade that religiously using this sort of money management style. And then if you have another method, have another demo account. Most brokers will allow you to open pretty much unlimited demo accounts, but you only need 4 or 5 because you can't have that many methods as a beginner anyway. And then trade, say for example like I trade pre-Frankfurt, have one for that, Frankfurt session, have one for that, and you can use the same money management, of course. And then the London session, or Frankfurt, I've said that, London session, have another one. And then keep them all separate, and you can see which strategies work best, and then have one for the end of day, the ADR, or overextended, or whatever you want to call it. Just food for thought, guys. It works. Well, it worked for me anyway. So there you go. Compounding, how to set it up. I hope that is of help to you. Hopefully I haven't forgotten anything. If I've forgotten anything on here, let me know.